you also to members of the Board of Trustees for honoring us at this ceremony, especially those of you in attendance today. And thanks especially to Mr. Katsu and Sean and his wife for coming all the way from China for today's ceremony. If you all wouldn't mind, I'd like to take a few minutes to thank some people personally for helping me achieve everything that I have done. My parents, Lori and Steve Alexis, who are here, as well as my grandparents, Ruth and Jim Kraft, who have been my biggest supporters in every possible way. And I really appreciate them, so thank you all very much. And a number of my friends who are here with us today. I have a group of people who have come from Dayton, Ohio. It's a very long drive, so thank you all for coming as well. The term valedictorian, I was asked to give the valedictorian address. And I'm going to make a claim to you today that I think it's a bit of a misnomer. The Latin roots of the term valedictorian really mean bidding farewell. So this is meant to be something of a farewell address. And my argument that it's a misnomer essentially comes from the fact that it's not a farewell. That we're not bidding farewell to one another or to the institution. It's merely a changing of our relationships with one another, with the school, and with its faculty. And I think that all of us can sort of see that in one of our mottos. And Ball for Life is a major theme of St. Joseph's College. And I think that that's really fitting for us today. And notice that the exercises themselves are called commencement exercises. This is not a farewell, it's not a goodbye, it's not an end, it's a commencement, the beginning of something new, something exciting, the beginning of a very important change in our lives. My academic experience at St. Joseph's College has been nothing but outstanding. And I was hoping to talk a little bit about that, and while I was doing that, thank some very important people as well. A few of the professors in the history department, Dr. Sprague and Dr. White, who are here today. Although I'm not a history major and never had any sort of formal training really in history, both of these professors were incredibly important in my intellectual and academic development. They pushed me harder than anyone I ever had, and Dr. Sprague in particular always challenged me. And Dr. White just made me work like a dog, so I guess it wasn't really, maybe not as intellectually rigorous, but I don't think I've ever worked so hard for a class in my life. In the political science department, especially Drs. Peter Watkins and David Dixon, who are here with us today, I really learned how to do very sophisticated high levels of research in my courses. And that's a skill that's not only very important for undergraduate career, but something that I will take with me to law school. And I'm really looking forward to that experience as well. Most importantly, however, was my education in the philosophy department at St. Joe. And I know a lot of my friends in the faculty here, especially in English, political science, and history, like to make fun of the philosophers. They like to think that they have their heads much too much in the clouds. And sometimes I think that they can be right. But the reason that I think my philosophy education is most important is because it's allowed me to live an examined life, to move beyond the shadows on the wall in Plato's cave, and to really understand what it means to be a human person and what it means to be a graduate of St. Joseph's College as well. And all the skills that I've learned, not only personally but academically and intellectually, I'm going to take with me. And I think all of us will be able to take a lot of the disciplines that we've studied at St. Joseph's College and bring them to our careers, to graduate school, and to professional school. We've also had a number of important experiences together and individually, which I think are going to make our lives very interesting. It'll be a very difficult adjustment for many of us. We're not going to be eating the same okay food in the same cafeteria for all 3 meals every single day. We're not going to be relegated to an 11 by 14 room. Many of us will not see each other every day, which is going to be a very difficult change for us. I know my friends, especially Katie, Matt, and Anthony, who I hang out with a lot, most of you know them. And I certainly will be a difficult adjustment for me to not see them every day. I really terrible for all of us. We also have a number of other collective experiences. We all went through the core program. And I'm surprised nobody groaned. That's why I paused. I thought somebody was going to groan. But it really was a truly exceptional experience to go through the core program. And if nothing else, what I'll take away from it is that you must learn things in context. You cannot study any individual discipline or any individual experience, events in a vacuum. Everything happens together, everything happens in context, in a particular setting. And I think that that's something that we've all learned in the core program and that we'll all be able to take into the workforce or undergraduate school. As we look to the future, we're going to be facing a lot of challenges individually, challenges we've never faced before. This institution is going to face a lot of challenges it's never faced before. And our global community is going to face a number of challenges which we've never faced before. But I believe that our education from St. Joseph's College, and I believe truly that my education, has made us incredibly well suited to this time. I think by learning what we've learned here and building the relationships and friendships we've built here, that we are going to be very successful at facing the new challenges in our personal and academic and work lives, as well as solving all sorts of problems throughout the world. It's going to be a very long life. This is only 4 years that we've been here, and it seems like a lifetime, but I assure you that it isn't. And it's going to be a very interesting time, and I hope that we all look back, as I will, on our time at St. Joseph's College with a multiplicity of fondnesses. I want to thank you all for allowing me to speak today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to the rest of the ceremony and to seeing you all afterward. And I hope you will remain involved for life as I will. And I look forward to seeing you all on the core lawn. So congratulations to the class of 2014.
Boomers, parents, and friends, congratulations on your graduation. As you already know, I graduated at St. Joe's within 3 years. As a young, high-achieving 20-year-old at that time, it felt like the right thing to do. Just get through college as quickly as I could and go on and join the public world. Actually, it was a mistake. It was the only regret that I had at college. I should have taken my time and spent another year here, because in a lot of ways, it was certainly the best time of my life. You probably didn't realize it while you were here, but it's true. When I went to St. Joe's in 1973, I came straight from Hong Kong. Hong Kong was a British colony, so my early education was under the British system. I knew more about pounds, shillings, and pennies, and about the British Empire than I knew about China, even though Hong Kong historically was always a part of China. It wasn't until 1997 that Hong Kong was returned to China as a special administrative region. But as a British subject, we were not really taught much about China, and it was a blank page to me until I came here. You see, at St. Joe's in the early 70s, it was a pioneer in offering integrated studies. I was one of the early products of the core program. And one of core's aims is to help students expand their view of the world. It was at Northwestern Core, which today is renamed as Intercultural Studies, that I, a Chinese by birth, and was raised right at the doorstep of China, got to be exposed to modern China. My first suggestion to you, as you leave college, is to take a big picture view on your world. It is good to have something that is simple, that reflects how you see the world and how you want to connect to it. Back in 1978, after I got my MBA degree, I received 3 job offers. One from Nestle, the food company, and the other two were from international banks in New York. The banks offered me the promise of a glamorous career as a banker. Nestle offered me the job of a marketing trainee. All they said was they thought I might become their general manager for China one day. They, at that time, had no business in China at all. But I was hooked because I really loved marketing, and I was probably one of the very few people that were looking to go to China in the 70s, thanks to St. Joseph's and the core program. It was a long journey, taken one step at a time, but if you have a passion, understand the bigger picture, and have a bit of faith like I did, you would end up spending 16 wonderful years at one company to realize your goal. My second suggestion to you is to really care about the people that you will work with. I'm sure your formal education here, whether you were trained as an accountant or as a nurse or in biochemistry and so on, you are technically competent and qualified to perform as a professional. Let me share with you a little story that I had while I was the president of Walmart in China. Walmart is a very big organization, even in China. We were hiring about 1,000 employees a month. Most of them were for entry-level jobs. So the company also has a very strict set of rules about customer service. Rules such as you must smile to your customers if they walk within 10 feet of you in the store. So it was quite easy for management to just go by the rule and manage the staff. One day, I received a call, a very long letter from a girl. She was 18 years old and had come from the countryside. She was working at one of our stores in the city of Shenzhen. She had just started her work for about 2 weeks, but was then terminated. The reason was, while she was stacking shoes on the shop floor, she did not pay attention to a customer who needed service. Being a new employee on probation, the company terminated her right away. She wrote to me to ask for another chance. I had never met the girl, but I asked our human resource director, Stephanie, if that was our practice, and she said yes, because we set very high standards for our service, and that meant no tolerance, especially for newly employed staff. I told her that if I had made a mistake when I was 19 years old, my college professors would have helped me correct my mistake. But even more, this girl came from the countryside, and a job at Walmart would have meant a lot to her and to her family. So I overruled the manager and hired her back. That one decision not only changed that girl's life, and she did not have to go back to the farm. When I left the company, Stephanie told me that it was the incident that was the lesson that she remembered most, and had made her understand that good leaders need to care about people, even though she had acquired all the technical skills that she needed in human resources. Today, Stephanie, my former HR director, has since moved on to become a very successful and senior president at a company called Alibaba, which is the top internet company in China. No doubt, Stephanie owed her success, as I do, to having a heart that listened and cared about people. This is what distinguishes a successful leader to one who is just a competent professional. My last suggestion to you is to listen to your heart. I joined Walmart in January of 2002. It was already the world's largest company, and China was their focus. So, by most counts, I had the dream job that many executives would have wished for. After 3 years into my job, there was one moment though, that made me change my whole perspective about my position. I was sitting in a company corporate jet, a big global express, together with Walmart CEO, Mr. Lee Scott at that time. We were flying from the city of Wuhan to the nation's capital, Beijing, to meet with the Premier of China. That day was November 1st. It was also my wife's birthday. I mentioned to Lee about it as we chatted. Being Lee, he immediately grabbed the phone and called Vivian to greet her birthday. Now, not many people get a phone call from the Fortune magazine's World's Most Powerful Man of the Year on their birthday. So it was really cool. But I also wish that I were back in Hong Kong celebrating with Vivian. I felt she would have preferred my being there at dinner time than getting a phone call from 30,000 feet high. As a matter of fact, I had not been with her for her birthday for the past 3 years, and I had not been able to attend any of our daughter's birthday for a long time. In a nutshell, I did not have much of a life outside of work. 3 months later, I resigned from the company. It wasn't because of the challenges, which was very interesting. It certainly wasn't because I did not have a very good boss. He was excellent. It was actually very simple. I knew that my priorities have changed, and it was time to go back to what I cherished most in my life. I understand that many of you have already received or will be receiving exciting job offers. No doubt, you are embarking on a fabulous career. But don't forget to have fun. But also don't forget to listen to your own heart. So whatever you do, I hope you will make an impact to improving our world, and also make sure you care about the people in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chung. Certainly an alum that we were proud of. Since Mr. Chung was not able to attend his own commencement, as you know, he had to return to Hong Kong early, even when he was the valedictorian. St. Joseph's College, in gratitude and appreciation, would like to present his honorary diploma to Mr. Cashin Chung. Congratulations. Before I call our degree candidates, we wish to make a special degree presentation at this time. On January 26th of this year, Ian Connolly, a student of ours at the time, passed from this life. St. Joseph's College wishes to present the degree Bachelor of Science in Biology posthumously to Ian Connolly. At this time, I invite Ian's parents, Daniel and Debbie Connolly, to come forward to accept Ian's diploma. Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, summa cum laude. Kevin Amazo, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Alberto Anguiano, Bachelor of Science in International Studies, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, cum laude. Gail Elizabeth Arendt, Bachelor of Arts in Music, summa cum laude. Megan Christian Arnold, Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry. Seth Benjamin Arthur, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, summa cum laude. Cordero Earl Banks, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Harrison Lee Beeson, Bachelor of Arts in Music, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Suzanne Nicole Dahlke, Bachelor of Science in Biology, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, cum laude. Christopher Allen Davies, Bachelor of Arts in Music. Katie Marie DuBois, Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Eric Scott Fisher, Bachelor of Arts in Music. Tyler Dale Fisher, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Elizabeth Diane Flipsy, Bachelor of Science in Sports Management, summa cum laude. Shek Fofana, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Samantha Jo Fouch, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Kristen D. Haas, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Tricia Elaine Hanlon, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Shay M. Harris, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Music, magna cum laude. Randy Jean Porteous, Bachelor of Arts in English, Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Abigail Christine Puckett, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Stephen August Cuella, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, magna cum laude. Audra Ray Raines, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Kyle A. Rayburn, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Jessica Rose Rushke, Bachelor of Arts in English, summa cum laude. Megan Rust, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Shannon Renee Sockstetter, Bachelor of Science in Biology, magna cum laude. Joseph A. Scott, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, summa cum laude. Monica Gail Schaefer, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Alexander Joseph Yan, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, cum laude. Amber Nicole Zisian, Bachelor of Science in Biology, summa cum laude. Stephen B. Fisher, Master of Business Administration. Jonathan Charles Messman, Master of Business Administration.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the senior class, I'd like to welcome all the family and friends that came out today to watch us graduate. Thank you. As Vice President Blankenship said, I am Matt Hess, the Vice President, and with me is Audra Raines, our President. I would like to thank all of graduates for a great year. We really had a good year. We bonded very well and made many memories. I would also like to thank you all for your support of each other and building this Puma Nation, this great class of 2014 family that we have.
Hello. I'd first like to start by acknowledging all the talent that's sitting in this room tonight. I have been so blessed to be able to see and experience things that I have with you guys.
From our Student Association to our musicians, the Science Club to Color Guard, you've all shown your Puma pride. Athletes, you've excelled on field and in the classroom. You have made your professors, coaches, and teammates very proud today. Many students have worked hard to build this great community, and I appreciate all your hard work. We cannot understate the academic success in this room either. All those sleepless nights studying and working on projects or loosening up for the next day have brought us to where we are now. Furthermore, we cannot forget to mention the role of our faculty. There are truly some brilliant professors out there that have been able to pass on their wisdom and in some cases their friendship to us. Thank you for mentoring us for the last 4 years.
Okay, I got it this time. When we came here as freshmen, we didn't know what to expect. And leaving here, we're all leaving as brothers and sisters. We have experienced so many fun things, and we're just so blessed to be here. I know that when I look around this room, there's so many people that I love, and I know that I'll keep in contact with the rest of my life. I know that no matter what path we choose to take through the journey of life, we always have a family to come back to here at St. Joseph's College. So with that said, congratulations, class of 2014.
You need not worry, when I get up, it's near the end. And one of the reasons I haven't been fired yet is I talk briefly, so. Mr. Chung didn't tell you as part of his speech, his first lesson in crisis management was when he was a student cafeteria manager and there was a food fight. I can tell you that story now because you won't be eating there for a while, so. We were walking down in my first year here. I was with Bishop Higgy then. And we were talking back and forth as we were rounding the bend near Halleck, and he said, "Wait a second, Dennis." He said, "Look at that." And I saw the graduates strung out all the way down to the field house. And it was the most beautiful sight I think I'd ever seen. And I saw it again today, and I made special attention. I made a special point to pay attention to that sight. As president, I don't get to interact with you the way these wonderful faculty members do, but I watch you, I see you occasionally, I get to talk to you. There's no better time for me than when I get to shake your hand and hand you a diploma, although a couple of you didn't seem to want to take it. But that's a special moment to me. I've been amazed since the day I arrived here at the quality of our students. I've been amazed at you, the wonderful experiences you've had. I've seen your joys, sorrows, your laughter, some of your tears. It's just been a tremendous experience for me to actually be here for the 4 years that you were here. I thank you for being great students. I know you'll be great people. And just remember one thing, one kind word or one kind action can turn a person's life around. Thank you.
And to our graduates, we're very proud of each of you and the accomplishments that today signifies. You represent the very best of what St. Joseph's College can do, and we hope you remain involved for life